Growing up, your parents would have banned you from hanging out with me. I was that kid. Teachers called me very creative, a nice way of saying strange. And though I wasn't a talented writer or artist, I was a master at creating imagined worlds and then conning people into doing weird stuff. Let me give you an example. In first grade, my fish died, and toilet bowl funerals were overdone. So I decided to host an elaborate Egyptian burial service at recess, complete with a mummification ceremony. My class was transported to ancient Egypt before we all got detention. And so then I got older and weirder, and it was harder to get people to play and imagine, especially the future. And that's all I cared about, all I wanted to talk about. My imaginary worlds were getting futures-oriented. I was obsessed with how the world might change and why. But in reality, I was living in the world of marketing, which was really boring. I needed a strategy to get people to understand future possibilities that didn't exist. Well, there's actually a place you can go and talk about the future all the time. The University of Houston has a master's program in future studies. Against the advice of everyone I knew, I decided to set off. And honestly, I was ready for this. I was sick of the haters, mainly my parents. Didn't they get it? My style was avant-garde. I wasn't broke. I was getting to see the world through new experiences and travel. And my life was a living Pinterest board, each experience in a collection into living differently. Then I got to school, and I was overwhelmed by what was on the syllabus. The experiences I had collected had nothing to do with what was going on in school. People in my classes were people like nanotechnologists and cognitive scientists. I needed to find a new way to tell stories about the future. And one of my books asked, what do you hang on the walls of your mind? And that was it. I'd been curating all of these things that were important to me. But to understand the future, I really needed to understand new perspectives and ways of doing things. To be a futurist, I needed to live my present differently. That meant doing things that I normally wouldn't do or care about or ignored. And I found out quickly that really our future possibilities are based on what we collect in any given moment. So the more we're able to collect unique experiences, the more we're open to new possibilities and understanding. And so that semester, I created a lot of different future worlds and scenarios. And there's a point to this. Futurists, we create a catalog of possibilities and believe that only after creating these possibilities can we really get a glimpse of what's ahead and then create the future we want to happen. So I thought I could share some of those future worlds with you today, but that didn't really seem like fun. Instead, I'm going to give you an opportunity to fall in love with the future. I made it through grad school, but only after collecting some new tips about how to live differently in the present. So that's really what I'm going to share with you today. And so understanding starts in the present. Our lives are art projects. They're collages of what we collect. We actively shape our ability to understand the futures by the types of things we do and see. If you were a film or a painting or a book, what would you be? Get a sense of who you are now, and then try to do the unexpected. The people you hang out with, the places you go, the more they're the same, the more you'll stay the same. The future's going to be weird, I guarantee it. So here's a secret. If you're awkward and uncomfortable today, you're getting a sneak peek into what's ahead. And yes, you'll inevitably encounter experiences that seem like a complete waste of time. Don't leave. Even if you're listening to someone read off their notes and you have no idea what they're talking about, don't leave. Staying is your competitive advantage. Get good at picking up the things that no one else will notice. There was this author in New York, and she was getting bored of living in New York. And so instead of moving, she enlisted new friends to walk around her city block, and she got to know what they noticed. Who can you enlist to see the world differently? Perhaps if you have no one, can you take on an alternative persona? What would they notice? Having new experiences and perspectives is just the beginning. To make sense of the world, you also have to have difficult and unnerving conversations. The future's never neutral, and so you could be open to new possibilities and ask questions, but you also have to develop a point of view on what you want to happen. And then let loose. invite yourself into other people's conversations and share your point of view. Not to advocate for your preferred future or what you want to happen, but to encourage other perspectives. Curate life critics to help you identify your gap areas, and then pair those with topics, trends, and people who can help you become a better thinker. Fill your mind with new things. And so now your head's about to explode with my random tips, and mine is as well. I'm overwhelmed by the possibilities of what's ahead, but I'm also excited, and I hope you guys are excited about the future. Because living in our present differently, that means we have the ability to turn us and our city into a living arts project. And honestly, everyone in this room's kick ass. I don't know you all personally, but I stalk your blogs, tweets, and your Instagram posts. You're not just thinking about the future, you're creating it. We should probably be talking a lot more, because if we want to build Orlando 2.0, we need to reimagine our city together. Right now, here in Orlando, we have the ability to activate a new future from within this room. We have the people, the places, we have the events, but we don't have a central story, a vision to work towards. We're missing a shared space to play and build and explore the future together. So I'm gonna ask all of you, is it possible to ignite a new story about the future of Orlando? A conversation that highlights the things that no one else is talking about? Chatter that gets more cool people to move to our city? Can we, the thinkers and doers of Orlando, build our future paradise?